welcome back to Steve and Jenny's Star Tour. I'm Steve, this is Jenny. We watched fucking Phantom Menace. Jenny, what'd you think?
Ew.
It's not good. It is a bad movie. It suffers from bad dialogue, poor writing, not very good pacing either.
No.
And just the worst characters.
Yeah.
So we have a few notes. I'm going to go over mine first because Jenny actually has more notes than me this time. So for starters, I forgot about the horrible Asian stereotype aliens.
Oh yeah.
Like, they were bad.
They were bad.
As you know, our blockade is perfectly legal.
You can't say that.
That was pretty bad.
Even like 1999, like how did they get away with that? That's
I have no idea.
big oof.
Big oof. Big yikes.
Yeah. Force speed is a thing and then never used again.
I have that written down.
Yeah, like they just Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon just pull a Sonic and zoom and then they never do it again.
But Sonic was a better movie than this.
Yes it was. I'm very happy with that, how that movie turned out.
I had super speed, question mark.
Yeah. Never used again. Not even in any of the other movies.
No.
It's the only time it's ever done.
That's so bad.
All these years later, Jar Jar is still the worst. God, he is obnoxious, not funny, he's hard to understand, and like the only positive thing people talk about is his voice actor. Because his voice actor made a video, I think like 2 or 3 years ago, about how he was standing on like the edge of a bridge and almost commit suicide because of all the hate mail and death threats that he's been getting.
That's
Never
awful.
do that. Like, if you hate a character, hate the character. Never blame the actor.
Yeah, it's
They're
not
just doing
the
their job.
actor's fault. They were just reciting lines.
The woman, I'm blanking on her name, but the woman who plays Rose in the sequels has gotten like a similar situation.
She got kicked off social, or she not kicked.
She left social media because she got hate. No, don't do that. Don't do that. If you hate a character, but don't ever blame the actor.
Awful to have to leave social media because of stuff like that.
But because of that video he made, people like started to see him as, you know, like a person and be like, this is the guy behind Jar Jar, but he's not Jar Jar.
Right.
And like people have been doing interviews with him recently and they've been fantastic, and he's like a super nice guy and people are like really cool with him now. And there's one interview that I'll bring up later because that ties into a whole theory about Jar Jar. The CGI has not aged well. It's bad.
It's bad.
The CGI is very unsettling.
It's bad.
Like, even from 1999, like...
Looks like it was made on MS Paint.
Yeah, it's not good. How did they manage to make Keira Knightley boring?
Yeah.
Keira Knightley's character in this, the Queen Amidala decoy, everything she said was so monotone.
Yeah.
Like, she said every line like this. And I'm like, you're fucking Elizabeth Swann in Pirates of the Caribbean. You're cooler than this.
Yeah, it was
what the hell?
Really boring.
How do you make Keira Knightley boring? The pod race is too fucking long.
Absolutely.
And like, not only is it so long, but there's no music for most of it.
I had that written down too.
And it's so
awkward.
Boring.
It's awkward.
And I'm like, oh god, and like, ugh. And Sebulba says McClunky. I have the Jedi are harsh, because like they're all just like, well, we gotta train Anakin, right? We'll train to be a Jedi, and the Jedi are just like, no, he's too old, and I sense fear in him, so fuck you, I guess.
He's like 8.
Yeah, I guess it's because they start Jedi training at like just really young, like 5 or something like that.
I'm not that much older.
Yeah, no, I always thought the whole like he's too old thing was stupid.
It's like a cop-out.
Yeah, definitely. I have in capital letters, fuck midichlorians. Midichlorians is the stupidest explanation for the Force ever.
I have that written down too.
They're microscopic organisms that live in your cells and give you the powers of the Force. And the higher midichlorian count, the better with the Force you are. That's just Dragon Ball Z power levels. Which, even that they stopped using later on because they realized how stupid it was.
It's like ranking the Jedi. Like, I don't know. It's
to say that like Anakin, like as a boy, had a higher midichlorian count than Yoda. fuck off if you want me to believe that Anakin Skywalker's stronger than Yoda. Come
Yeah,
on.
no way.
You kidding me?
No way.
So dumb. But on to a good point. Duel of Fates slaps. Duel of Fates is such an amazing piece of music. And that final fight with Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul is so good.
Yes.
It's
that was
incredibly well choreographed.
very impressive.
The music is amazing. To see like a three-way fight is so good.
That was cool.
And
The dual-sided saber.
yeah,
Awesome.
and and the climax when Qui-Gon dies and then Obi-Wan gets pissed and just it goes full force, and then cuts Darth Maul in half. But he's fine. He'll come back in Clone Wars and Rebels and the new Obi-Wan Kenobi series that's coming out later, which I'm upset it was delayed because it looked really good. But Darth Maul is a big fan favorite, so there's a reason why they bring him back a lot. And they explain that, you see, when you kill... Remember how I said lightsabers cauterize wounds?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they cauterized Darth Maul's wounds so he didn't, like, bleed out and die. He just had, like, the lower half of his body cut off.
Yes.
So he survived that fall and just got, like, metal legs later on and came back to take revenge on Obi-Wan during the Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
And it's really cool.
Okay.
Now this is pod racing. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It is like the farthest thing from pod racing it could possibly be.
And that's bad writing.
No, it's really bad. It's this movie has such bad writing, bad pacing, bad like storytelling and everything, and it's dumb. It's not good. It's not good.
It's very, very bad writing.
It's not good. Jenny, what do you got to say about this?
Okay, so a lot of my notes you already touched upon. I had my first note is the ponytail is disgusting.
That's right.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan has like this weird ponytail on the back of his head.
And it's not even the
long braid. It's like the one that's in the middle
because
of his skull.
I understand that's part of the Jedi like culture, you know, if you're the Padawan you wear it to symbolize it.
Yeah.
It's his weird little like inch long.
Yeah.
What?
I think Anakin might have it in the second movie too. I don't
Disgusting.
remember.
That's my first note for the second movie. Disgusting.
I might be wrong, but I don't remember. I think you might. I know he has like the braid.
I had super speed question mark.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
My third note is writing isn't great.
No, it's not.
You were right. The trade conversations were short. Like, are you? Do you think you're being clever?
That's such a bad line.
I'm confused. Do you think you're being clever?
I don't know.
Because you're
the
not.
negotiations were short, and he gives like this stupid smile too,
Yeah.
like
The line you were just talking about now. This is pod racing. No, it's not.
It's not. It's really not.
My next note is, and I quote, "I hope Jar Jar Binks dies painfully and slowly."
Same.
My next one, this might be nitpicky, but it's because I'm a mermaid. Underwater mouthpieces to me don't make any sense, and I don't know if it's just in Star Wars or in general.
No, like even
there's no oxygen.
Yeah, even
Maybe
in
I'm
this
just
movie,
naive, and I don't understand how they work.
No, like even in this movie, like they should be having like an oxygen tank attached to them or something. But
Where
no,
are
they
you
just
getting
put like a
oxygen?
mouth guard in their mouth.
Like, where are you getting oxygen from?
Maybe like I guess from the design of them, there were like little like holes and bubbles like in there. That maybe that had oxygen in it, but that's not a lot.
Oxygen.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know if I'm... Okay. It sounds like a 5-year-old had access to the script and did the final draft.
Yeah.
I have here, in quotes, someone said doo-doo. And Jar Jar smelling a fart.
Yeah.
That stuff, a 5-year-old. Looks like the kid who plays Anakin wrote in lines on the script.
Jar Jar smells a fart. Because that's what Star Wars is all about.
My next note directly into that one is I hope Jar Jar's entire species dies painfully and slowly.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is more around the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really boring when everyone's really good. Like, having 2 skilled Jedi Knights as your lead characters is intensely boring to me. Because to me, that cuts out a whole lot of plot, or stuff you can do with the plot.
That's fair.
Like in the original trilogy, Luke was learning how to use it, and training, and like there's more to watching him grow. But when you already start off with 2 incredibly skilled Jedi Knights, it's so boring. I like seeing characters grow. And while it is very cool to see them have mastered their skills right away and put them to use and out in the field, that's cool. But I like.
But you like seeing a character develop over time,
right?
You're gonna fucking hate Ray. Anyway.
Oh no.
Moving on.
So this next note, me and you talked a little bit during the movie. I personally liked. So C-3PO was my favorite.
Okay. Yes.
I liked Anakin building C-3PO.
Okay.
It showed that he was like a little crafty guy. Like he was it foreshadowed that he's way smarter than your average 7 or 8 year old.
Yeah.
It shows that he was really lonely, that he had no friends, so he was building a friend. I think it speaks volumes to his character, and I don't know, as someone whose favorite character was C-3PO, I really liked it.
As someone whose favorite character is Darth Vader built C-3PO. That's just a dumb sentence to me. Like, it's not something I ever thought.
There's a big difference between Darth Vader and Anakin Skywalker.
Darth Vader didn't build C-3PO, Anakin Skywalker did. But, like, to think that C-3PO was invented by the guy who would eventually become the biggest threat of the galaxy is just really weird to me. And, like, it's not like a big issue I have with the movie. I just think it's kind of, like, odd. It's just a strange choice.
Yeah, but it worked, you know? And then, I don't know. I liked it. Okay. I stand by I liked it.
Oh, that's fine.
I had the pod race scene is mad awkward with no music and way too long.
Yep. Also, we saw Jabba the Hutt again.
So I was kind of disappointed in the pod racing scene.
Oh, me too.
Well, more specifically, right before the pod race begins, Qui-Gon goes up to Anakin and was like, gives him this whole big like, oh, the Force will always be with you speech. Like, I thought that was going to be the first little foreshadow at Anakin was going to use the Force, like, win a little bit. Or, you know, just even if he doesn't mean to use it and it just, like, happens. There was no Force.
Anakin doesn't use the Force at all in this movie.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
And maybe it's because he's not being trained yet, but I thought it would, if he's so powerful.
If he has that high midichlorian.
Yeah, I thought it just would have kind of, like, if he was this desperate to win it and this passionate about it, the Force kind of would have just happened.
That makes sense. Which is probably why they didn't do it.
So, I don't know. I mean, I guess it goes to show that Anakin is so skilled he can win it on his own without the Force.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I just thought...
That's one of the things that Anakin is known for being, like, an incredibly skilled pilot.
I just thought that when they said, like, oh, the Force will always be with you, and then the pod race starts out, I was instantly like, oh, he's gonna win with the Force. And then he did. I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Why doesn't Anakin's mom run away with them?
Yes!
That bluebird isn't gonna chase them down across the galaxy, is what I have written down.
Jenny pointed that out to me. Like, when he's like, Mom, you're coming too. And Qui-Gon's like, I tried it for your mother. Wada wouldn't have it. Jenny's like, why doesn't she just leave? No one will notice. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Like, as far
you're
as
absolutely right.
As far as I know, they weren't wearing tracker bracelets, anything. Yeah. No one was, like, standing guard.
You're
just sneak her on the ship and be done with it. I mean, you're really going to go chasing down the entire galaxy for one mom slave?
You're so right. There was no reason for her to be left behind other than Anakin is sad.
Yeah, I guess it's to give Anakin, like, angst.
Yeah, right. Oh, he gets angst.
I have metachlorians are stupid.
Yes, yeah, very, very
My
dumb.
next note is, once again, I hope Jar Jar Binks dies painfully and slowly.
Yeah.
See, I had more notes than you, but it's because I wrote that
Jar Jar, you said it best. He makes it hard to watch the movie.
Yeah, I think if they took him out,
it's hard to sit
it would have been a better movie.
Yeah.
He did nothing helpful.
Well, the good news is, there's very little Jar Jar in the next two.
Okay.
Like, he's in them, but not nearly as much.
Okay.
I think he has, like, one scene in episode 3.
Good. And then my last note is half the CGI shots look very unfinished. Like, it looks like they forgot to shade them. It looks like they forgot to blend them.
Yeah.
It just looks like they kind of went plop.
Specifically, like, the droid ships.
Yep, that's the one I'm thinking
They
of.
look so, like, monochrome. There's, like, no shading, no lighting, or anything. It looks
very, very unfinished. Yeah. And it looks like it was made in MS Paint.
Like, you ever see those, like, early, like those behind-the-scenes videos on, like Disney Pixar movies where, like, the models aren't finished yet, so it's
Yes.
just a solid color.
That's what it looked like.
That's what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
That was just, and they just.
It's just what an unfinished scene would look like.
Yeah.
So I was very, very shocked to see such unfinished work in a finished product.
Yeah. I love how you wrote Jar Jar should die like 3 times.
Oh, yes.
But Jenny, Jar Jar is the key to all of this.
Please go on.
Actual quote by George Lucas.
Jar Jar is a key to all this.
I'm genuinely
George
curious
Lucas
in this.
had so much faith in this character. I don't know why. But George Lucas had so much faith in Jar Jar. He truly believed that Jar Jar was like gonna be the next big thing for Star Wars.
No.
Which led to a gigantic fan theory that Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord. Here's the argument. Remember how when we first meet Yoda, he plays the fool, and then is revealed, oh, I'm Yoda?
Yeah.
People think that Jar Jar being a clumsy idiot was an act, and that he was supposed to be revealed as a Sith Lord, but because of negative backlash to Jar Jar, George Lucas cut that idea entirely.
People give Jar Jar Binks way more credit than he deserves.
It's a stupid theory, but goddamn do I wish it was true. So
No.
Because it would have been so funny. But here's the thing. Remember how I was talking about the voice actor?
Yes.
Someone talked to him about this, about Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar?
Yeah.
Shut up. That's awful.
So he was saying, like, someone asked him, like, is Jar Jar a Sith Lord? And he goes, as far as I know, there were, like, no plans for that. But, like, it would have been interesting, I guess. And, like, someone's like, can you give us, like, an idea of what he would sound like? Because you wouldn't be thinking it would be the same voice. Like, he wouldn't talk like Misa. No, he'd be like, no, it's all an act, right? So he would probably be more like, and he does this voice that's just like, your feeble mind. And it sounds so terrifying. And I'm like,
Your feeble skills are no match for the power of the dark side.
I can't imagine that coming out of Jar Jar. And then immediately after, he was like, can you do it in the Jar Jar voice? Like, oh yeah, sure. You're so feeble. And he does it in the voice, and it's so funny.
Your feeble skills are no match for the power of this dark side.
But yeah, Darth Jar Jar was a big thing that was going around, and it's so
I hope
dumb.
it stopped.
But it's oh yeah, I mean it's really funny though. It's like it makes no sense, and like people have been showing little hints about Jar Jar being a Sith Lord. Like there's one scene where like in this is true. Jar Jar smiles at Qui-Gon's funeral.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's very subtle, but he does. I think it was just bad CGI, but it looks like he smiles.
Oh boy.
So everyone's like, he's a Sith.
Wow.
But yeah,
That is the definition of jumping to conclusions.
oh yeah, yeah. It's dumb, but it's
no.
funny. It's really funny.
I do not agree.
No,
I
definitely.
think Jar Jar is just stupid.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
He's not playing stupid. He just is.
He just is stupid. Yeah, I'm with you there. But
So yeah.
could you imagine how different the movies would have been if they went through with that reveal?
I don't want to.
It would be really dumb. But yeah,
That would make sitting through 2 and 3 way harder than it's already gonna be.
Yeah. So, that was Phantom Menace. Long story short, we didn't like it.
Bottom of my list.
Yeah. Well, next time we move on to the bottom of my list with my least favorite movie, Attack of the Clones. I'm not looking forward to that.
Woo!
See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.